All right, looks like we are live, you guys. What's going on? Hope you guys are doing well on this Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, depending on where you're calling in from. If you're just jumping on, please let us know where you're calling in from, and we'll go ahead and get started in the next few minutes. Don't really have too much planned for this live other than just a live Q&A. Give you guys the opportunity for the next hour to ask two seven-figure earners any questions that you have whatsoever as it relates to affiliate marketing. So this might last for 10 minutes, it might last for an hour. So we're really here to serve you guys. So looks like we've got 7 people on that just jumped on already. So if you're tuning in, please let me know in the comments below where you guys are calling in from, and we'll go ahead and get started here pretty quick. And as you can see here, Paula will be monitoring the chat as well. And I'll actually go and see if I can pull that up as well. So give me just a second here as we do this. It'll give us some time for a few more people to jump on here. Looks like we got Gilbert says, what's up guys? What's going on, Gilbert? We got Dave from Bulgaria. What's going on, my man? We got Jade from Australia. I couldn't see that. We got Anu says, evening guys, what's going on?
Yeah, Anu.
What time is it over there in Australia, actually? I think it's probably like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, isn't it? Isn't it crazy it's the next day in Australia?
I know.
I know it's wild, man. We're trying to get this new YouTube Studio beta. We're trying to kind of learn how to use this thing. I have to skip back to the old Creator Studio so I can get to you guys. I'm still learning how to use the new platform. So I'm gonna go to live streaming over here. So it looks like it's 12:15 in the afternoon over there. It's crazy, man. Wild, wild, wild. So you guys, we were trying to figure out what type of content we wanted to create for you guys today. But we really couldn't come up with much other than, we've made, some more money obviously inside of our business, but we didn't just want to show you guys more income proof. There's plenty of that proof out there. We wanted to show you guys or answer questions for you guys and give you guys some value instead of just show you guys, how much money we're making. There's a lot of people that do that out there and we don't want to be in that crowd. So Gilbert says he's from Texas, but he's in Iowa right now. I remember you're a trucker, right, Gilbert, if I remember correctly. We've got the Clever Entrepreneur says, yo, what is going on, everyone? So glad I could jump onto another live. Awesome, dude. Great to have you here. Gameplay says, Josh, can you mentor me? We're going to give you some mentoring tonight. And if you're ready to take that next step, we'll actually extend an offer to you guys tonight as well. So let's go ahead and let's get started with the Q&A. If you guys have any questions, please let us know in the comments below, and we'll go ahead and get to those. I'm still trying to pull up the feed here. If you could actually send that to me on Facebook, that'd be awesome, that URL, because for some reason I can't pull it up.
Do you know?
So let me pull this up real quickly so I can see your guys' questions on my computer screen, because I'm on my iPhone shooting this.
Good.
And I know these questions can come and go pretty quickly.
This is Wilbur.
All right, here we go. Looks like we got 10 people on. Sweet. Let's see. Ted says, hi guys, I was wondering what you thought of Pinterest as a traffic source for affiliate marketing. I think Pinterest is still fairly popular. I think you have to look at where the eyeballs are at, where the exposure is at. Right now, it's obviously big on YouTube and Facebook and even Instagram. Those are like the big 3 right now that are gaining a lot of traction. You can even go to alexa.com and it will give you the top traffic sites on the internet. And I think Pinterest, it might be like number 20 to 30, but when you're thinking about hundreds of thousands of different websites, it's up there. So Pinterest is definitely a traffic strategy, a traffic vehicle that you could use to leverage to get traffic to your offers. But you have to understand the behavior on Pinterest. Each of these platforms, people have different behaviors on them. Like people come to YouTube because they want to hang out for hours. They might be watching scam prank videos like I've been doing a little bit today. I found this guy's YouTube channel about pranks and scam pranks, like scam calls of people trying to scam people, you know, out of their money, like IRS calls, Social Security calls, stuff like that. And I've just been watching a lot of these all day. And so people go to YouTube to spend a lot of time on YouTube is what I'm saying. People go to Facebook and they kind of scroll down the news feed very, very quickly. So the attention span is, you know, very small on that platform. Same with Instagram. You know, the attention span is even smaller on Instagram than Facebook. And so you need to create content that is native to that platform. So on Instagram, you create content that would, you know, if it's video content, it would be, you know, a minute or less. If it's pictures, it would be high quality pictures to keep people engaged on that one picture as they're scrolling, you know, as long as possible. It's creating videos on YouTube that are more long form videos, more educational videos. On Pinterest, I obviously don't spend a lot of time on Pinterest. There's people that do, but I think like a lot of people would save recipes on Pinterest. They would save like infographics on Pinterest. You know, like infographics. You can, if you're in the health weight loss industry, you can create an infographic on the type of fats that people should be eating. In the internet marketing space, you can make an infographic on all the different traffic strategies. And you can actually hire people on Fiverr to create these infographics for you. So, you know, that would attract people that obviously are internet marketers if you're creating internet marketing content. So a lot of it, like on Pinterest, is visual, but people also like to see infographics that are step by step. And I think that's kind of the difference between maybe like a Pinterest and you know, something like Instagram. So I would actually go on Pinterest, find other people that are very successful on Pinterest in your specific niche, and then model exactly what they're doing. So it's definitely a traffic strategy that works, but nothing is better than putting your face out there and adding a voice to that, and your conversions just improve drastically because, you know, you're doing Facebook Lives, you're doing YouTube Lives. And I always encourage people to go live in every single one of my videos, because me and Paulo were talking about this today earlier at the coffee shop, that it's not 2012 anymore. No. You can't just send out an email and expect people to buy right off the bat. And so you really need to build more of a relationship with them. And things, you know, it's not the wild, wild west anymore. Times have changed drastically, right?
Very, very drastically.
Yeah.
It's a new world. We need to adapt. We need to evolve, and obviously go with what works now. Where is everybody hanging? You know, and I keep saying the millennials now are all on YouTube, on the social media platforms. So you can't just rely on just solo ads. You can't just rely on just one platform like either Pinterest or just Instagram. You gotta really learn a little bit more about YouTube videos, and you know how to rank them, how to, you know, create a channel and have people come to you organically as well. And yeah, but times have changed. The longer the days where you could just buy solo ads, and
you just buy solo ads and they you put $5 in and you get $25 back. It's
you need to do a combination. I'm not saying solo ads.
You really need to be good. Like if you're not good with video, you need to be really good with the written word. I think, you know, you need to be somewhat of a
one or the other. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but you can combine the two. I mean, if you can combine the two and do both, then you know, you kill it. You know, create an audience. You need to create content and really keep that audience engaged, because that's really where the bacon is right now. It really is. So
that's why, I mean, we've started working together, is that Paulo knows email marketing. He knows how to buy solo ads. He knows the math behind it. I'm not one that has my strengths when it comes to solo ads. You just can't be good at everything, you guys. And so you're going to come on here and ask me a lot of questions that relate to maybe another platform. But I'm just going to tell you what I know based off of principles, and not always me being in the trenches. I mean, most of it is me looking at other people. I become very good at modeling other people. And when you know how to model other people, you can kind of go into any platform and really crush it. So we've got a question. This is actually a good question from Shank. He says, I invested too much time growing my Instagram. Now I have 30,000, almost 31,000 followers with no clue how to make money out of that following. Can you suggest some ways I can monetize my account? So the niche is the beauty niche. I would say one way is to start testing with affiliate products. So I would go to like Sephora or Ulta. Don't ask me why I know these different places where you buy makeup. I guess it's because of my wife. But you can go to these websites like Sephora, once again, Ulta.com, and you could scroll down, and if they offer like an affiliate program, you can sign up and then include a link to, why are you laughing?
Because there's a guy just going on about Siri play RMA Ranch.
Oh, that's funny.
And he just keeps repeating himself.
We got a guy in the chat that's blowing up the chat.
I just find that hilarious how people
right.
just come here to mess around.
Right. Anyways, what you can do, I just kind of ignore them.
Sorry, man.
So what you can do is you can go to any of these websites. You can even go to Best Buy. You can go to Amazon. And you scroll down to the bottom, you can join their affiliate program. So I would recommend doing that. And then you can link to a specific product. You can link to the whole entire store. So I would test with like maybe just one product is like your Instagram, your profile driven towards like one specific beauty product. Is it hair? Is it makeup? And then I would just link to one specific product that your whole Instagram account is built around. And then you can actually start capturing email addresses and offer like incentives to get that email address, like they get 10% off their first purchase or something like that. So you want to be building an email list, and number one, and then monetizing on the back end. So it looks something like, you know, they would go to your website that's in the link in your profile, and the website would be what's called a squeeze page. And you'd give like maybe 20% off, 10% off their first purchase if they enter their email address. And then once they did, they'd click subscribe, and then, you know, that email would be logged so you could follow up with them, and then it would send them straight to your product or your store. Typically what I would recommend is just promoting one single product. So you go really deep with one niche. If it's the beauty niche, maybe focus on hair or skincare. And so all your photos on your account would represent that, and it would be congruent with the link, which would be congruent with the capture page. They'd enter their email address, and then you'd sell a skincare product on the back end. So you would start by selling somebody else's skincare product. Once you find that a lot of people are buying, then you could just simply replace it with your own skincare product. So that's what I would highly recommend that you do, Shank. Hopefully that helps you. Okay, let's see. We've got truffle. That's awesome. So how do you get started in affiliate marketing when the products in ClickBank seem to be low quality? You might be looking at the wrong products, number one. I would definitely sort by gravity. I would even purchase some of the products. I mean, you just got to do it. You got to, sometimes the owner of the product will send you a free copy that you could review, because it's going to help them make more money. Because if you can be a testimonial of the product, then you're going to help them make more money. So you can sometimes get a review copy, but I would definitely, if you can't do that, purchase the products, go through them in detail, and then create a YouTube channel, and then document the journey of you learning from that product and then sharing the knowledge from that product out there to the marketplace. And then by doing that, people are able to see the transformation, and you'll be able to earn while you learn, which is kind of cool. So you'll be able to document the journey, give value, make money, have your affiliate links in the description, and you know, you would benefit, you know, probably from the product hugely as well. And then it just shows that you're just a testimonial of the product. I've done this with different campaigns that I've launched. Paulo has done this too as well, where we, you know, show the product in practice. I did this back in November 20th. You can see a series of videos where I joined a system, and then I documented the results that I was getting from that system and what I was learning from it. And this is a strategy that works, you know, incredibly well. So I would encourage you to go do that. There's a lot of quality products in ClickBank. Don't believe what you hear out there. There's plenty of good products where people have gotten results. So So let's see, hopefully that answers your question. So Life Contractor asked, Paulo, if you had to start building your list from zero today, what would you do?
That's a really good question. I would go to a platform called Udemy. You guys know Udemy, right? Udemy.com, and just look for sellers there with the highest score and start buying traffic to build my list. And what I mean by sorting out, so Udemy is basically a platform where all the solo ad vendors are, and then they are scored by people who do reviews. So they bought traffic from them and actually review the buyers by saying, this is how many clicks they sent, this is the open rates, this is how many sales I got. So the way that I would go to that platform and I would look for the following: people who are actually reviewing these sellers with at least, let's say, 5 sales. So if they are being reported to have at least 5 sales, I would start, buying little traffic first. Don't go there and buy like 1,000 clicks. I would start. I would say a sweet number to start is about 300. That will give you enough data to figure out if your offer converts with that particular traffic vendor. So I would start with 300, and then I would just rotate and find some more until I find a winner. And what I mean by a winner, someone who's actually generating good enough traffic to give me enough sales and so forth. So definitely, man, I would start with Udemy, because you can start buying clicks there for about 28 to 30 cents per click. So it's a cheap way to start building your list. And then check, another tip for you, make sure that you actually put everyone on separate lists. So segment your list. So traffic guy number A, you create that on your autoresponder, wherever, Aweber, GetResponse, create that specific list with the guy's name. So when you broadcast a message to that list, check for the traffic quality, check are people opening those emails, check that they are actually clicking on your links, and check if they are buying. So always segment your list when you go to platforms like Udemy. Make sure people are interacting with you, they open your emails, and start small. Always 300 clicks, no more than that. If the traffic starts converting, you can go back to that vendor and then go 500 and eventually 1,000 and so forth. Once you find a winner. But you got to find that out of 5 people that you buy traffic, maybe only 1 or 2 really work for you. So don't think.
And it's typically like that with testing, whether you're testing YouTube videos, you're testing solo ads, it's all the same. You got to test, do a lot of testing. That's the best way. Like, you can go through a course till you're blue in the face, but until you test, that's when you're really going to know what works and what doesn't work. So don't be afraid to break things. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. You're going to do that. You're going to have to accept that. That's part of the journey. That's part of finding clarity on what works. So thanks so much for that, Paulo. That was very
no problem, man. No problem.
So we've got, let's see what else we got. Oi, Josh and Paulo. Tudo bem. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Portuguese. Love it.
Tudo bem, yeah. Say muito bem, obrigado.
There you go.
Muito bem, obrigado.
Okay, we've got Chris Reeder. What's going on, Chris? How you doing, man? He asks, I'm doing 5 to 10K on ClickBank. That's awesome, dude. Congratulations. Through Facebook ads, but dealing with constant ad account shutdowns. Been there, dude. I've had about 15 accounts shut down. So it's a battle between constantly building up new ad accounts. I'm thinking of moving to native ads. Do you have experience with native ads? You know what? We actually don't. What I'm planning to do, though, is we're going live on Facebook quite frequently. And what I plan on doing with some of the posts that are the most successful. So essentially what we're going to do is, go live as much as we can and take, look at the 30 posts that we put up over 30 days, however long it is. Take like the top 3 to 5 posts that get the most engagement, and then we're going to run those as ads. And so we might run them to a messenger bot, we might run them to a capture page, but we're going to kind of figure out strategically exactly how to get them to an offer, because if you can extend the steps in which people have to take to get to the offer, that will help you kind of avoid getting shut down. So there's more steps, there's more hoops that people have to jump through, especially with promoting affiliate marketing products, if it's like in the Make Money Online space or some sort of biz op. And so yeah, there's extra measures that you need to take to do that. But that's kind of what our plan is. Sorry we couldn't give you more details on that, on what we're doing. But we're definitely going to be running Facebook ads in the future. But congratulations, man, on your 5 to 10K on ClickBank. Would love to know, more about what you're doing, man. Hit us with a private message. We can talk privately and maybe mastermind on a few things. Let's see. Truffle Shuffle says, thank you for your time, for your response, Josh. Question for Paulo and his time. Would these tactics work abroad, specifically Brazil? I'll be living in Brazil in June. Thanks for your time, guys. Yep, these tactics work worldwide. Val says, hey, y'all again. What's going on, Val? Shanka asked, Udemy. Were we referring to Udemy? No, it's Udemy.
And I'll put a link already.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's UDIMI. Anu says, yep, it's Udemy. Thanks for answering that question for us. What's a good starting budget for solo ads? I think you already answered that.
Yeah, you can start easily with less than $500 if you were to start small, like I said earlier. You obviously, the more budget you have, the better. I would say comfortably you should have at least 1,000, because then you can slice that as a pie, and you would put 25% in one vendor, 25% in another vendor, and so forth. That's what I would do. If you've got less than 1,000, within 500, you can do that as well. Then you would buy maybe less clicks. I would not like to buy less than 300 clicks. 200 would be the bare minimum. If you start going for 100, then it's not really going to give you enough data for you to gather if that vendor is really, the quality of the traffic is really good or not. I would say 200 to 300 clicks. You can do it with $500. Basically, you can start around that figure. If you have more, the more you have. Remember, guys, this is a business. If you guys want to run an online business, it's like any other business. You need capital. A lot of people come to me with only have $100 to start, and I find that quite hard. If you want to start with paid traffic, extremely hard. Then you've got to learn free ways to generate your traffic. 100%. Don't start trying to start a business with $100, because it's just so hard, guys, because you need to buy traffic. Unless obviously you create a channel on YouTube and you start doing it organically like you started. I've got friends who do it organically. They don't spend any money on media buys or nothing, but they're good with their time. They're good at creating content. They're good at showing up every day and creating content beyond camera and ranking the videos organically. That's free. You just spend your time, right?
We got 25 people on here and it's all free, but you're spending more of your time.
Yeah.
But we understand that the more time that we give to you guys, the more money that we're also going to make. So we're not just doing this just to give value, but we know the return that we're going to get, hopefully, from some of you guys at some point. So, if you guys are wanting to get our personal mentoring and get more like Q&A sessions like this, we actually meet with a private group every Saturday at 12 Eastern, and it's all recorded too. It's tucked away in a membership area. And so if you guys want to get access to us, personal mentoring every single week, there's going to be a link in the description below. Go ahead and click that. If you partner up with us in our top recommended system, then we will give you access to those calls. So we've also got a brand new product that we just released called the Affiliate Leaderboard, I believe, or Leaderboard Affiliate. I always get it backwards. And we're actually at the superstar level. So if you upgrade to at least that superstar level, then we'll allow you into our group where you'll receive those weekly calls, and the value is incredible. Typically on a one-on-one call, we'll charge a few thousand for that. And so you guys are getting access to us for, little to none almost compared to the results and the value that you're going to get in return. So yeah, let's see what other questions we've got. Can you explain native versus solo ads and each other's pros and cons?
I mean, I'm not too familiar with native ads. I mean, I know what they are, but I don't use native ads. It's kind of, think about it, not as targeted as solo ads. With solo ads, you're hitting lists of people that already are interested in your products and services. Some of them are already buyers. So it's very, very targeted. With native ads, I mean, you could be on CNN looking at the news, and then you see an ad popping up. So, hey,
Right.
do you want to make money online?
Mm-hmm.
And a
No,
lot of
that's
people are
exactly
not.
right.
Yeah, that's about it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not an expert on native
I've
ads.
seen those, man. You go to CNN.com and you got those ads underneath that are like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
just some
basically
random
a native
picture.
ad. So
It's like you could save $100 on
I mean,
your car insurance or whatever. Click here.
you can make it work, but it's more like the net. You try to catch fish, right? It's a wider net. You're throwing it like a little bit of like throwing darts in the dark. But then again, I am not an expert. I don't want to be stating here that I'm an expert on native ads, but I find it more difficult because you need more numbers. So you probably will spend a little bit more money with native ads. There are people maybe who can make it work. I personally don't know anybody. I know big marketers who went into native ads, and then I asked them, how did that go? And they're like, spent a lot of money, didn't have a lot of results.
Yeah.
So the ROI was actually a little bit lower. They
It's
didn't
kind of
make
like CPA marketing. It sounds like you
kind of. You need a bit. You need time to obviously to figure out what networks works best. You need money. I find solo ads so much cheaper and easier. Because it's so targeted. You can go to lists. Is of business opportunity seekers. I mean, you can have a list for Bitcoin people who are interested in cryptocurrencies. So these are very, very targeted lists. So it's more targeted, meaning you get results quicker, and you don't have to spend so much money in testing. So that's, in my view, the big difference between native ads and solo ads. I would go with solo ads 1,000 times. And funny enough, people who talk about traffic, like Ryan Dice, I've never heard Ryan Dice speaking from stage. This is someone, but basically who's an authority in traffic. I never heard Ryan Dice going about, my company, which is, they've spent thousands and thousands on email marketing and Facebook ads and all that. I've never heard Ryan Dice going on about native ads, getting excited about native ads. So I tend to follow people like that who are obviously icons in our industry. They make thousands, not even thousands, they make millions of dollars. So I tend to follow people like that. And if Ryan Dice is an authority in traffic, then I listen to him. And he actually, as a matter of fact, I was in traffic and conversions in San Diego like a couple of years ago, when he talked about how great email marketing is and how profitable solo ads are, from Ryan Dice. Ryan Dice's mouth, not Paolo's mouth, but Ryan Dice.
That was big for me, guys, because watching my channel, I haven't been big into solo ads, but I'm ignorant because I don't do really any solo ads. I've ran one solo ad in my life. So to be able to have Paolo here and actually see the inside of his autoresponder and how he runs his business, I'm like, oh wow, this does work. It's a whole different art form.
Yeah, like anything, you can make anything work. I'm sure you can make native ads work as well, but it just requires...
Isn't there a lot of ad blindness too because of native ads?
Yeah,
People just
absolutely.
get used to them over time.
Yeah,
like you guys don't really go on, when you go to a website, you don't really see banners. The banner's there, but you've been used to being on the internet so much. You go to these websites, you're so accustomed to these banners, you don't even look at them or click on them anymore. A lot of times.
What I would do, if you were to try like native ads, because you probably, maybe you don't like solo ads, is you can try banners, but in targeted websites. And what I mean by that, I would Google, for instance, make money on, if your niche is make money from home. It might not be, I'm just obviously generalizing here, but let's say you type on Google make money from home blog, and now Google would list maybe the first 10 blogs. Go and check the Alexa ranking for those blogs. If they are getting a lot of traffic in the make money online business, I would go contact the site owners. A lot of them take banner advertising.
Yeah, I remember this.
Actually, I've done this many times. It's
Yeah.
one of my tricks. So there's a guy by the name. Let me give you an example. If you type in make money online blog, I'm sure John Chow will come, if not first, on the top 5. So this is what I used to do. I used to contact John Chow. Hey John, I want to put a banner for my business in your blog. because I knew John Chow was getting over 50,000
Oh yeah, and
visitors a day.
targeted.
Oh, by the way, that's the keyword, targeted. It's not native ads, targeted people, because his sort of content is obviously entrepreneurship. He used to be in Mobe, so he's like my kind of guy, you know, he has that kind of audience. I made a lot of money, and I'll be honest with you, I used to spend a lot of money with John because my return on my investment was just huge. This was the time when
That's
I was
awesome,
in power.
dude. I didn't know that.
And the second thing I used to do as well, not just the banner, and I used to leave that banner there for 30 days and get a lot of traffic from that, highly targeted traffic. But I also used to ask John, hey, I'm sure you've got a list, because I used to see an email, a squeeze page to capture emails on his blog. So I used to ask John, you must have a list, because obviously you are capturing emails. And John, yeah, can I send an email to that list? Yeah, probably it's going to cost you like $1,500. In those days, $1,500. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the reach and all that? He said, you get about at least between 600 to 1,000 clicks from that. I used to spend a lot of money with John, and guess what? My returns were huge. Huge.
That's awesome.
Because it was very, very targeted. So I made a lot of money using that process. So I think that could work really, really well, even better than native ads. So I
Thanks
hope
for
that
sharing
answers,
that, man.
yeah,
That's
I hope
like
that
a
answers your
huge
question.
gold nugget. I remember learning that back in, I don't know, 2012, 2013. I remember placing one ad, and I don't think that did too well. I might have gotten actually a couple sales from it. I remember creating my own graphics for it and everything, but it was just my first test. I wasn't doing what you were doing, but that's
Yeah, I mean,
cool
I've
to
learned
see
a lot.
this.
It's just then finding the right blogs,
testing. Once
testing.
again,
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So Matthew says, thanks for taking time out to help us. Of course, my man. Here to serve. Let's see. We've got, this always likes to reset and go up. Thanks for the answers, you guys. If you both, this is a good question. Truffle Shuffle asked, if you both started from zero again, what would you do differently? I would think more long term. I would be more patient. I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket. In other words, you know, I was always trying to game Google's, you know, like do black hat SEO, hack the system, get rankings really quickly. I even did that on YouTube, and I would make a lot of money, and then I would pretty much lose, you know, go to zero overnight. And, you know, this was back in 2014 when I would just create all these little mini YouTube channels and over optimize the videos so I would rank at the top and get all the traffic. Well, YouTube eventually caught on to this. They changed their algorithm, and I had like hundreds of channels. I even had like a spreadsheet that was just long, just a laundry list of different accounts. And, you know, some of those accounts got shut down. A lot of those accounts are still up today. But if I put all my focus and energy into one channel like I'm doing right now, back in 2013, 2014, I might have over 1 million subscribers. But, you know, I was like, I didn't know what I didn't know though. So it still helped me build a brand to a certain point, but I found myself starting over. So I would go for more long-term strategies. I would be what's called full stack. You know, Sam Ovens talks a lot about this. I would learn how to be everywhere too as well. You know,
sure,
like be an expert at solo ads, but also be great on video. But when you're starting out, guys, you just want to master one platform. But if I knew what I knew today and I was starting over, you know, I would just do everything I could to be everywhere and, you know, learn all these other platforms.
I would get a mentor, if I'm honest, because I was spinning.
Mistakes too.
I was spinning my wheels on my own, trying to learn everything by myself. So I was basically that guy that, imagine buying a car and then, okay, I'm gonna go on YouTube now and learn how to drive it, instead of getting an instructor to sit down with you and actually show me how to drive. So I was that guy, and the minute that I had this great idea of finding a mentor, and I actually found one that I really connected with, my life changed like really, really quick. Because for 10 years I was trying on my own and failing. When I found this guy, it was my role model. He was making in those days like $250,000 a month. I thought, okay, this guy knows his stuff. I researched him, got to know him, and changed my life. You know, in a matter of a few months, I started learning marketing, traffic, mindset. My life changed upside down, and within a few months I actually gave up my full-time employment to do this internet marketing thing, which is obviously my passion, what I really, really love. So I would say definitely, find someone who's already there, find someone who's already successful that you connect with, you resonate with, and just run with that person. That's my
so true,
my biggest take, man.
That's so, I mean, I struggled for 5 years because I avoided mentoring, and I tried to look for the secret online through free, videos on YouTube, but they can only do so much, right? There's so much free information out there, but why do few people succeed? And it's because they lack that mentorship. They lack having somebody that believes in them before they actually believe in themselves, right? And so that's having that support system is absolutely huge. So we only have time for just probably 1 or 2 more questions. My iPhone's actually just going to die in just a second. But if you guys want access to us, you want access to mentoring, check out our number one recommended system below. There's actually a couple links below. One gives you access to our full system that is our number 1 income stream, as well as a product that we're actually featured in. So you can learn more about that by clicking the link below. Obviously, if you're watching the recording, this might be on a landing page. There might be a button below. You want to go ahead and click that, and you can check them out. So let's see, what do we got?
Steve Grogan is asking, is it still viable to run solo ads to ClickBank JVZoo products when building your list, or only high ticket? I would definitely go from mid-size to high ticket, because solo ads, as you guys know, it can be expensive. You can really run a hole through your budget. So make sure that the offer, don't go for, like, what I'm trying to say is, don't go for $5, $10, $20 offers, because it's going to be so hard for you to recoup your investments. I personally don't promote anything for less than $500, $1,000. I go for mid-ticket, high ticket. The highest the ticket, the highest the price, the better, because imagine this: if you're selling a product which is $1,000, one sale, guys, one sale, and you're already in profit. If you buy a solo ad for like 500 clicks. So, and plus you're building your list as well. So I would say yes. You can send it to ClickBank JVZoo products. I still do to ClickBank. Certain product launches that I promote are on ClickBank. I've done very, very well out of it because I know my numbers. You need to understand numbers. Me personally, to answer your question really, really quick, I won't go for anything less than $500. So that's my view on that. That's my take on that.
Yeah, and when you realize when you can make $1,000 commission just as easy as you can make a $20 commission, it's like
same effort.
It's like, what am I doing here? So
changed my life, or my business life, when I realized that I no longer want to promote $20 products. It changed, my income went through the roof when I started promoting $500, $1,000 products and more, like high ticket. Changed my business completely. It's just a mindset thing, So hope that helps.
Cool, guys. Thank you so much for jumping on the live tonight. We're actually going to jump off. If you're just getting on, go ahead and watch the recording of this, because there was a lot of value in this. We're up to almost 40 minutes now. James Stevens says go big or go home. That's definitely true. You got to be all in with this. A lot of people talk about, earn $100 a day from this side hustle, or all these buzzwords. The truth is you have to be all in, whether it's a side hustle, whether it's a part-time gig. You have to be all in if you really want to make the money that you truly feel like you should make and that you deserve. So with that being said, thank you so much for jumping on, you guys. If you want to partner up with us, of course, there's a couple links below. You can feel free to check them out. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the next live. If you got value from this, give us a like, subscribe below, and don't forget to tick that bell icon if you want to be notified of all future videos that we upload. And we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. And we plan on doing this more.